Hello everyone, I'm Simon Boxall in for Donna Bush with your CIG TV news brief and weather forecast on this Wednesday. Thanks for being here. In his daily update, Chief Medical Officer Dr. John Lee outlined a new process for the reporting of COVID results.
You'll all be aware that the number of positives is rising quite sharply now, and not only in Grand Cayman, but in the sister islands as well. It's a concern for all of us, and my thoughts are with everyone who is positive or who may have loved ones that are positive and are naturally worried about the outcome. I think the good news is the large majority of us will sail through this. We may have some minor symptoms, some nasal stuffiness, some sore throat, some cough and a fever, but taking some paracetamol and simple measures such as this should see us through the event, especially if we're vaccinated. That's because most people will suffer with minor symptoms from COVID-19 disease. And that is also the benefit of having high vaccination numbers, because those people who are vaccinated are really protected against serious illness and any other poor outcomes. However, at the moment, because a lot of us are having to go into isolation, I think it's a good time to remember being well prepared, Cayman being prepared, and to think about stocking up of food, items, essential medicines and water, should you need that, in case you're asked to isolate or in case you have to look after somebody that's asked to isolate in your household. Largely as you would prepare for any disaster that's approaching, such as a hurricane. I know that some people are somewhat disgruntled that they've not received tests as quickly as they would like. Public Health did aim to phone everybody that's positive within 24 hours. However, with the growing number of cases, it's becoming increasingly difficult. As a result, a new process is going to be instituted whereby people who are positive will be sent an email, just like those who are negative. And along with that email will be instructions that anybody who is a new positive needs to isolate and continue to isolate. Those who are vaccinated for 10 days and those who are unvaccinated for 14 days. Many of you know that the HSA is undergoing some remodeling, particularly around the Accident and Emergency Department. This doesn't make the hospital look at its best, but hopefully it'll look a lot better once the work is done and will give everybody a better patient experience. So please provide the HSA understanding in that regard as they go through this essential remodeling process. Please also remember to respect all of the healthcare providers, whether they're first responders, people coming to your house, or whether they're people you're meeting in the clinics or in the casualty department or anywhere else in the public or the private sector. All of these workers are under a good deal of strain with the number of people feeling unwell at the moment. And they themselves obviously may have people at home who they're concerned about with their own problems.
For more information from Dr. Lee, visit our YouTube channel. With government schools back from their half-term break, CIG TV spoke to the Director of the Department of Education Services, Mr. Mark Ray, about how students and staff were settling back into face-to-face learning during the time of widespread transmission of the COVID-19 disease.
Well, right now, with schools returning yesterday, Monday, the 25th of October, we are still implementing all of the safety protocols that we had prior to the midterm break. So we are insisting on the mask wearing, the hand sanitizing, social distancing where possible, and the sanitization and cleaning of classrooms and high contact areas. And we would encourage parents to maintain those protocols with their children, remind them about them, encourage them to wear their masks, and also know that we have some further collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Public Health Department in looking at lateral flow tests. So once that guidance is available and ready, we will distribute it to parents as well.
Young people aged 10 to 18 have about 2 days left to submit their entries in the Stony Coral Tissue Loss Disease poster competition. Stony Coral Tissue Loss Disease, also known as SCTLD, is an aggressive coral disease that is making its way around Grand Cayman. The Department of Environment is seeking young people's help to communicate the issue to the public by designing a poster that explains what SCTLD is and what its spread could mean for our reefs here in Cayman. The Department of Environment, in encouraging participation, explained that our reefs are so important to us in many ways, so emphasize their importance and what their loss could mean to you, and you could win awesome prizes. For more information on the poster competition, visit the Department of Environment Facebook page or email coral@gov.ky. Turning now to today's forecast. Tonight there will be partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers. Temperatures will fall to the mid-70s. Winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. Today's synopsis calls for light winds and smooth seas across the Cayman Islands due to a weak pressure gradient over the Western Caribbean Sea. A reminder that you can find the latest on local weather conditions online at weather.gov.ky or simply download their app on your mobile device, and that's CINWS. And that's it for today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Simon Boxall in for Donna Bush, inviting you to join us here again on Thursday evening. Until then, have a great night.